Hi everyone, I am Vasu. I have been teaching GATE, ESC and PSU classes since 18 years. Here I am going to teach electromagnetic fields in these lectures. So consider the subject electromagnetic fields. Electromagnetic fields. In this lecture series, electromagnetic fields, I am going to deal the chapters. The first one is called elements of electromagnetic fields. Elements of electromagnetic fields. So, this is the first chapter or basic chapter. In these elements of electromagnetic fields, we are going to learn about what is meant by electric field and what is a magnetic field and how to calculate this electric field E bar and how do we calculate magnetic field H bar and also how do we calculate electric potential and magnetic potential A bar and capacitance calculation and inductance calculation. These are the concepts I am going to explain or we are going to learn in the first chapter called as elements of electromagnetic fields. Okay. Once if you understand what is electric fields, magnetic field and how to calculate all these parameters, okay, then we go for the second chapter. The second chapter is electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves. Yeah, here just observe here. Here I said in the first chapter it is electromagnetic fields, in the second chapter I said it is electromagnetic waves, okay. So, you know that there is a difference between electromagnetic fields and electromagnetic waves, okay. So, here all the electromagnetic fields are not electromagnetic waves. So, electromagnetic fields when they satisfy certain conditions called as Helmholtz wave equations, okay, then only electromagnetic fields are called as electromagnetic waves, okay. So, once if you understand what are the electromagnetic fields, so then we can easily understand what is electromagnetic waves, okay. Here in the electromagnetic waves, I am going to explain about what is meant by wave equation or what is the condition for electromagnetic waves, okay. Once if you understand wave equation or condition for electromagnetic waves, okay, then we are going to study about the wave propagation. That means what are the basic properties of electromagnetic waves, like what is meant by wave polarization, and what is meant by skin depth of the medium, and what are the boundary conditions, and what is meant by Poynting vector and what is meant by Poynting theorem. So, these are the very important concepts under electromagnetic waves. Apart from these concepts, we are going to study about what is meant by reflection coefficient and what is meant by transmission coefficient term, okay. So, these are all the topics I am going to cover under second chapter called as electromagnetic waves, okay. So, once we understand electromagnetic fields and electromagnetic waves, okay, then we are going to extend this concept of waves here. Here in the electromagnetic waves, we have studied about. So, what are the kind of waves called as electromagnetic waves, okay. Same wave concept can also be extended to the another topic called as transmission lines. Yeah, here the transmission lines are nothing but conductors or wires. So, here the voltage or current will flow in these wires. Voltage or current will flow in these wires. But here if you see, observe here, why we are studying suddenly about voltage and current? Already we have started with electromagnetic fields, we have studied about fields and we have studied about waves, okay. then immediately we have shifted to voltage and current here. Okay. So, reason here is, here in the transmission line, the voltage and current flow in the form of waves. Already we understand in the second chapter what is meant by waves. That's why we are extending the concept of waves in terms of voltage and current. Okay. In the transmission lines, the voltage current flows in the form of waves. That's why transmission lines is also called as a study of voltage waves and current waves. Okay. So, it is very appropriate to study about voltage waves and current waves in the electromagnetic fields, because we know already what is the concept of wave here. Okay. So, in the transmission lines, we are going to study about two kinds of transmission line called as a coaxial cable and a two-way transmission line. Okay. And how this voltage and current flows in this medium called as a transmission line. And also again we are going to repeat all the wave properties in the transmission lines what we have studied in the electromagnetic waves. Okay. So, here once if we understand these waves, waves propagating in a free space and waves traveling in a medium called as transmission lines, then we go for another medium, very important medium called as waveguides. Waveguides. So, waveguides is the another medium which will guide the waves from source to load. Okay. So, waveguides are nothing but hollow metallic pipes. Hollow metallic pipes. So, how a wave or electromagnetic wave can propagate from source to load through these metallic pipes, hollow metallic pipes, is studied under the waveguides. Okay. Here total energy of the source is guided towards the load with the help of these hollow pipes, which is called as a waveguides. Okay. Here whenever you consider these metallic pipes, if cross section of this pipe is circular, this is called as a circular waveguide. Circular waveguide. When the cross section of this metallic pipe is a rectangular, then it is called as a rectangular waveguide. Rectangular waveguide. So, here in the fourth chapter waveguides, we are going to study about what is how wave can propagate in a rectangular waveguide and also in the circular waveguide. Okay. So, here it is another kind of another set of wave propagation in the medium called as waveguides. Okay. This is the fourth chapter we are going to study here. Okay. So, once if you understand electromagnetic fields and wave propagation in free space, wave propagation in transmission line and wave propagation in waveguides, then we are going for applications of these electromagnetic waves. Okay. So, very important applications of electromagnetic waves comes under antennas. Antennas. Here we will see the basics of antennas. Basics of antennas. So, here we will see what is the radiation mechanism of antenna. Antenna, how antenna can convert voltage and current into electromagnetic waves, that is called as radiation mechanism. That is we will see in antennas. After that we will see the calculation of the parameters of antennas, that means what is meant by gain of the antenna and what is meant by directivity of the antenna, and what is meant by beam width and what is the radiation pattern, and what is meant by bandwidth of the antenna, and so on. Like this we will see the so many basic parameters of antennas we will study in the case of antennas. So, once if we understand these basics, then we will see how we are going to construct a group of antennas called as antenna arrays. Antenna arrays. You know, array means a group of antennas. Why do we need a group of antennas or more antennas instead of one antenna? That we are going to see here. And what is the radiation pattern of this antenna arrays? There is a 2 element array and n element array, and we will see how to calculate different parameters of this group of antennas or antenna arrays. Okay. So, and another important application of electromagnetic waves is radars. So, again we will see what is the basic principle we use in radars, and how these different radars are used for different applications. Generally, radars are used to identify a target and find its range and different parameters of the target. Okay. For that, what are the different kinds of antenna we use, and what is the basic principle involved in that different radars that we are going to study here. Okay. But here one of the most important thing basically you need to understand in gate and ESC point of view is that a radar range equation. Radar range equation. This is very important one. So, with the help of this radar range equation, we are going to study about so many parameters of radars. Okay. So, these electromagnetic fields contains all these chapters. So, here we are going to study about all these 6 chapters. Okay. Or these entire electromagnetic fields are divided into these 6 whole chapters. Okay. So, but here to understand these electromagnetic fields, or to start with these electromagnetic fields, first of all you need to understand the basics of mathematics. What are the basics you need to understand these electromagnetic fields means? So, basics you require is a vector calculus and also coordinate system. Okay. So, here to understand this one, I am going to explain you vector calculus and coordinate system. Coordinate system. Once if you understand the vector calculus and this coordinate system, then you can read these electromagnetic fields like a book or like a story. Okay. So, there is the importance or a significance of these basics, vector calculus and coordinate system. Okay. So, here before starting this electromagnetic fields concepts, first I am going to explain you in the vector calculus we will see what is meant by vector differentiation called as a gradient, divergence and curl operations. Okay. Once if you understand this vector calculus, then we move to the another basic called as a coordinate system. Here for this electromagnetic fields, you need to understand 3-dimensional coordinate system. So, we need different coordinate system for different kind of applications. We will see what is meant by Cartesian coordinate system, cylindrical coordinate system and spherical coordinate system. Okay. So, once if you understand this vector calculus and coordinate system, then I am going to start with the first chapter called as elements of electromagnetic fields.